Hello, this is the second episode of my devlog on Dark Forest, a survival and horror multiplayer game. In the last episode, I described the mechanics of the game, but since last week, I went on a little rampage of feature deployment. I implemented items and equipments. Also, I modeled and animated a very simple enemy, and I'm currently working on things like petrol and awareness. Items and equipments turned out to be a huge undertaking, since the multiplayer framework that I'm using, which is called Mirror, doesn't support anything other than primitive values array. So it took me a lot of time and finesse to make it actually work, and now it does. After that, making equipments from items went slightly more smoothly. Currently, the only item in the game is a stick, and the only weapon is a spear. But I'm working on a crafting system for making equipments from raw materials. Right now, I'm working on a few different ways of crafting and thinking about the best way to implement it. There are 3 different ways of crafting that I'm trying to choose from. The first one is to just make it a separate menu that shows everything, and you can craft by clicking on them. This would be pretty efficient, but kinda boring. Second one is the Minecraft way of doing it, and I think it's pretty stupid. The whole recipe system would only work if there was any mystery left on how to make an item like an axe. But right now that everyone knows how to make everything, the only thing this system does is to add a speed bump on the way. As
Jan Willem Nijman
once said, if you wanna give a player a button, give him a reason to not to push it. So I'm thinking about the third solution. In this solution, the Minecraft recipes would be kinda still there, but you can choose, for example, to use 2 stones instead of 1, to make your spear do more damage but have less durability. I believe this would be the best way of implementing the crafting, since it would give you a choice on how to approach the combat. But I'm still thinking on it. The other thing I'm working on is a monster behavior system. They're gonna have multiple states like patrolling, awareness, and chasing. They live in a dark forest, so like deep sea fishes, they lost their sight, but they developed incredible hearing. Each monster would have 2 different detection ranges. In the outer layer, you can walk, and it wouldn't make them aware of you. But if you run, they would stop patrolling and will focus and increase their detection range. Just going inside their inner layer will make them chase you instantly. If at any point I implement the voice chat, it would be proximity chat for sure, and your voice would be like running, and talking near monsters would make them aware of your existence. The last thing that I'm working on is an item spawning system for raw materials. For sticks, it would be pretty easy, just spawn them under the trees. But for rocks, for example, I need to come up for a reason why rocks have spawned. Maybe something like a digging monster. At last, I'm trying to make the game test ready as soon as possible, so I can share a build and let you try it. And that's it for this episode. Have a nice day and goodbye.